things have sort of ratcheted up a bit in Ukraine in the past couple of weeks, haven't they? I mean, ever since that bridge was blown up going into Crimea, it seems as though Putin has stepped up his military attacks on civilian targets. These drones in particular seem to have come from Iran as well, I'm told.
They are. I mean, look, they're pretty effective in what they do. We have loitering drones ourselves, and I think the Americans have them, and they're pretty unpleasant and frightening things.
Mm.
It is an escalation, but it's probably not a surprising one because the Russians have been. I mean, what's surprising is that the Russians have been so bad at using drones and combining them with artillery for so long that by buying these loitering drones where they can sit in the air and hover around a series of targets for some time before them being dropped on one of them. It was probably only a matter of time before the Russians got them. So it is an escalation, but they will say they're answering the longer range missiles that the West have supplied them with, the Ukrainians with.
Mm. But I mean, what it means on balance is once again that the civilian cities of Ukraine are sort of targets again.
Yeah, and this is the really important point, Mike, and you're absolutely right to say that. In September, you had an end of one phase of the war, which is the phase where the Russians thought they can maybe win in eastern Ukraine, in southern Ukraine. The collapse of their front in Kherson, in Kharkiv in northeast Ukraine, showed the Ukrainians that actually they could win. There was a route to victory. It won't be easy, but they can do it. Since then, you've had the annexation, which is Putin trying to say this war's defensive, the threats to use nuclear weapons, and the mass mobilization to try to hold the territory that he's got. He now is going to target the political will of the West, and he's going to target the political will of the Ukrainians to survive another year of war. So by destroying Ukrainian infrastructure, he's going to say to the Ukrainians, I'm going to wear you down. And by destroying their economy and making it very difficult for Ukrainians to live a normal life, by firing these missiles into Ukrainian cities on an almost random daily basis, it doesn't really know what the targets are. He's basically trying to create fear amongst civilians. So the Ukrainian economy is effectively collapsed. The Ukrainians can't defend their cities. You may get more, refugees, etc. So he's trying to cause chaos amongst civilians, slightly what he did in Syria. So that's his plan.